Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. It's been a busy day with the videos, a busy day with the comments. I've been through over 100 comments today. Answered pretty much everyone with a reply that needed one. Most of them did, most of them were awesome comments, and many of them revolved around their own circumstances with depression, anxiety, issues, all that sort of stuff, and that's brilliant. That's what you have to do. I, at the moment, feel pretty good actually in myself and what's happening in the family and things, and feel a lot more level-headed just now. And you probably notice on the channel and the way I act and the way I feel on the channel, you can see it, I feel it, and I know it's noticed. But top 10 soaps, this has been requested by the usual protagonist, which is a name I wouldn't really forget because I actually play online Battlefield with a fella called the Smug Protagonist. So protagonist is something that I don't hear very often, so it sticks in my head. Usual protagonist asked for this one to update my previous one. I didn't look at my previous one. It'll be interesting to go back and watch it after I've recorded this and see how close it was. I know the top soap probably isn't there. Now I've done these sort of in order from my least favourite to my first, or my favourite of the 10. But there were another like 20 soaps I could have fitted into this top 10 easily. Unfortunately they didn't make it in because I could only pick 10. Number 10, Grooming Department Basic. It's just a fantastic scent. It's pure like pine sawdust. If the only way I could sort of describe it brings back memories of my dad when he used to build kitchens when I was younger, and there'd be a lot of sawdust. He'd be doing a lot of sawing and a lot of cutting and joining cabinets together and things like that. This is what it smells like. It reminds me of like a woodworking room. It's very clean. It's quite refreshing. But the soap base itself, it is vegetal based. This one is a vegetal base, and it's absolutely superb. It's slick, it's thick, it's dense, it's creamy. The post shave's excellent. And Mohammed, who makes the Grooming Department soaps, has then taken this base and, as far as I'm aware, pushed it into new limits. And I haven't tried any of his new stuff, but that one that I have is fantastic. Number 9, Lather Bros. This one is Winwood. This is easy one of my top 5 scents in the den. It's sandalwood, pineapple and fennel. It's pretty much straightforward sandalwood, fennel and pineapple. I get it all. I can smell the fennel, that sort of licorice aniseed sort of thing. The sandalwood is like I'm not a fan of sandalwood, but when it gets put together with a little bit of that fennel and then the sweetness of the pineapple, it's actually quite a creamy, brings things together. It brings those sweet, tangy sort of things and makes them smooth. And it smells wonderful. I'm not a fan of sandalwood, but this one is absolutely great. The lather and performance from Lather Bros is excellent. And how good is that label? Straight off of a street artist on a wall. Number 8, Troll from Groen Lykke. Focus, Groen Lykke. This one is bergamot grape. It was a gift sent over from Johan from Shaven Butcher. That was my Swedish attempt at a Swedish English accent. It was shit, I know. I thought I'd give it a go, Johan, you know. I love the look of the soap. Now, when you get it, the puck is smaller than the actual side. You can see where I've squished down all the way around in here to make the soap fit. It works better, it loads better, it feels better when I'm loading it. It's got a lovely sweet sort of, the grape comes through, and it's natural grape. It's not like, Grapelicious from K-Shave Works. This smells like crushed. If you grabbed a handful of grapes and crushed them in your hands, that's the smell of grape. That almost non-fermented wine smell of grapes, like grape juice, I suppose. It's really, really nice. The bergamot just holds it together. It's got that sort of woodsy element to it. Really, really nice scent, and it's a fantastic performing soap. It really is. To be honest, it would probably have made it further up the list, but these soaps are they're all excellent. And at number 7 is Coolabah from Australian Private Reserve. I love this scent. This is one of my favourite scents as well. Definitely top 5. All it is, to me, is mentholated pineapple. That's sort of what I get from it. There's a little bit more happening in here. There's some more scents in there. Now, it is sort of pushed as an Aventus clone, but it's not. It's an Aventus accompaniment. This is something you put on before Aventus and it just takes it to a whole new level. It's very pineapple-y. A lot of the new Aventus batches don't have much pineapple happening in them. This gives you that little bit of pineapple edge to go with it. It's a fantastic scent, and I wish released it again. I wish he did like an EDP with this as well. I do have the splash, which is incredible, but the EDP would have been amazing. The next one, probably hear it, Mitchell's Wool Fat, in at number 6. This again could have been closer to the top. The only thing that probably lets it down a little bit is the scent. I love the scent, but it's not a... I like scents that give me memories. A lot of these scents do. So actually, the next batch actually don't give me very many memories, apart from new memories. It's a beautiful, clean scent, soapy scent, but this, it's just a little bit more. It's got a little bit of a depth to it. It doesn't just smell like, you know, you pick up... I mean, that's quite nice smelling soap. But you pick a soap up, it just smells like soap. It smells like soap and then some. And the lather from it, you've seen before. Every now and then I get a dodgy one, but it's still slick enough to shave with. But 9 out of 10, I can get a really cracking, thick, creamy lather from it. And it works superbly well. Top 5. In at number 5, it's Barbar from Noble Otter. It's a barbershop take. Now, talk a little bit about barbershops as I go. I'm losing my voice, I've been talking all day today. Oh, beautiful. It smells like a sort of Christmas cookie. It's got some spice through it. It's almost creamy. It's got a sweetness like a honey through it. It's an absolutely beautiful scent. You can see sort of, it's a nice coloured soap as well. I like the creamy colour of it as well. But it smells incredible. The labelling from Noble Otter, in comparison to the old style stuff, is far superior. This is a much nicer looking label. Runs all the way around the side as well. There's ingredients and things on there. Not too worried about the ingredients, you can find them online. Performance wise, there's not many better on it. Really, it's one of the best performing soaps on the market. It's slick, it's protective, it's creamy, it's easy to lather. It's just a great performing soap all round. And it is a barbershop type. Now, going on with the barbershop team, the next one is barbershop as well, number 4. And that is Good Vibrations from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Douglas Smythe, I can't remember his actual real name, that's his alter ego I suppose, it's like his superhero name. Awesome guy, massive in wet shaving, pushes it to the boundaries all the time, and he absolutely loves the hobby, he loves it, it's his life I suppose, it's his business, his life, and you can see he dedicates a lot of his time and his energy to this hobby. And any questions you got, send him a message or an email, and you get messages and emails almost instantly. The guy's got so much time for you, and I don't know how he spends time with his missus and his dogs and all that with the amount of time he spends on us. But Good Vibrations is another barbershop scent. Of all the barbershop scents I've ever smelled, this is my favourite. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I love it. It's sweeter, it's quite creamy. And I think the note that's in this, does it actually have the scent notes on here? I don't think it does. Now, I'm not a great nose for a scent type of guy. I'm getting better. I'm pretty sure there's amber in here, and quite a good kick of it, because that's the sort of the warmth that I get through this scent. It's really, really nice. But what I'm getting at with these scents, with these barbershop scents, is I don't actually know what real, true, original barbershop was. Now, I had Mersol Blue. Was it Mersol Blue? I think it was Mersol Blue that I had, and it was a powdery talcum type scent, and I thought that was like barbershop scent. And then someone tells me that barbershop scents are different throughout the world, which is fair enough. A barber shop in Italy would smell different to a barber shop in the UK and Australia and America. So they're all going to vary a little bit, but not this one. But number 3 is Fougère Gothique from Barrister Man. Now this is the best labelled tub I've ever seen, I've ever come across. I know Jack talks about, I can't remember the company that he did he just use? The labels were really, really good, I can't remember. But this is actually printed on the tub. This isn't a sticker, this is like on there, and it's really, really well done. It looks great, but this is the magic of Fougère Gothique. Every time. Hands down, by far and away the best scented soap in my den. And I would go as far to say as it's one of the best scents I've ever put to my nose. And it, to most people, stinks. It smells like rotting fungus and mushrooms and dirt and earth. I don't get that at all. My nose smells this and it smells sweet. It smells very much like a cologne scent. It's absolutely beautiful, and the EDP that I have to go with it, the Eau de Parfum, it smells sensational. It smells exactly like this, but on a whole other level. 3 squirts, 1 in the neck area, and 1 on either wrist or either hand, and you've got stink on for the whole day. And it, for me, smells brilliant, and it keeps away most people at work as well, because no fucker wants to come near you. But it's a fantastic scent. I love it. The downside to this soap is it's the reserve base, which can be a bit finicky, but I have realised now that with the reserve base, if you have it for a while, it gets hard. I mean, this is really hard soap. That my wrist's not very strong, but I can't even dent it. It's that hard. Soak it, chuck some water on there, some warm or hot water on it, and it will reward you with a great lather, as Rudd would say. It will reward you with a creamy lather, like cool whipped cooking cream. I don't know, but you know what I mean. He's got some really good analogies for his lathers, and really like marshmallow fluff and all that. And when you use the soaps and you get that consistency, you know what he means. Right, number 2. This is the soap that has been told to me is pretty much what barbershop is supposed to smell like, or all the main ones, Sterling and everything, all smell similar, and this is one of those, and it is the Wanderer Barbershop from Zingari Man. This is in the Sago shaving soap formula. This is one of my favourite soaps all round for the scent and the performance. There's only one soap for me at the moment that beats it in performance, and it's the soap that takes it my top spot. You already know what it is without even looking, unless you haven't been on the channel for long. The scent on this, it's just lovely. It's quite, I think it's lemon forward, it's quite a lemony scent, but it's got a beautiful powderiness to it, like a baby powder, talcum powder type scent. And then there's this almost richness, like I suppose almost like a cookie dough type richness. You know, you smell that cookie dough, you smell a cookie cooking, and you get that sort of rich warmth scent from it. That's what this smells like as well. And then the other thing that comes to mind that brings back memories is it smells a bit like old school soap that my mum used to wash my clothes in, that would be hanging up on the line, and you'd run through them playing football, and you'd always smell it. It's got that sort of smell to it as well. It smells lovely. I love the tubs. The tubs are just normal tubs, actually. I say that, I love the tubs. I just think the labels just work really well on the tubs. They just look really nice. I think they're very minimalistic in the design, but they work very well, you know, just it's black, white and orange. I won't focus. But it just works. It looks really, really nice. Top spot goes to one soap. The Swedish Witch shaving soap, Rosemary Spice. And it's not so much the tub, it's nothing really to do with that. The scent, I do actually really like this scent. It's a very natural rosemary spice scent. It's not a scent that I can really attribute to anything. If anything, it would be a bit like walking through a wood full of herbs. That's the only way I could sort of get through it. It's quite a spicy scent. It's extremely natural. It almost has a sort of camphor type thing going on, camphor wood with a sort of eucalyptus type oil scent, but there's not much of that. It's very nice. But the performance in this soap, it's easy to lather. It's quite a firm soap. Believe it or not, I think beeswax is one of the main ingredients in it. So you would think it'd clog up your brushes and clog up your razors, but it doesn't. It creates a really thick, slick lather. But the thing that gets me with this over pretty much every soap I've used is the post-shave. The post-shave is off the charts for me. I think it's fantastic. And I think when I get my hands on her lanolin base, it might take it to a whole new level, because it's supposed to be Mitchell's wool fat on crack, as they say. Steroids crack. I don't really like saying crack. But that's it. Number 1, the Swedish Witch, made by Sarah Lundström out of Sweden with a V. I don't know why I fucking said that. What did you think there, Johan? Any good? And that's me, done and dusty. So I hope that helped you out, usual protagonist. I hope it's changed a bit. I hope it's not too much the same. But then again, if it's the same, it shows how good the soaps are. If some soaps have made it twice, they've done well. And if they haven't made it twice and they're still in my den, they're still favourites. I just couldn't fit them into the top 10, or the 10 that I picked out, that is. They could probably have changed a little bit, but that's the ones I chose. And with that, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. I'll catch you guys soon for a shave. Cheers.